Some stories of faith do not end with miracles. Some stories exist in silence. If this story speaks to you, subscribe now.
I don't remember the exact moment the loneliness began. There was no argument, no goodbye. Life didn't break all at once. It slowly thinned out. The house stayed the same. The same walls, the same furniture, the same framed photos no one really looks at anymore. That was the first shock, realizing that everything looked normal, while something inside me was quietly collapsing. Every morning followed the same routine. I woke up before the alarm, made coffee, opened the window. The light came in softly, pale, and with it, the silence. It wasn't peaceful, it was heavy. It settled on my chest before I even took the first sip. I prayed standing there by the sink, quietly. Sometimes I didn't know what I was saying. The words came out unfinished, messy. I only asked for one thing, that God would stay close. That was the prayer. As the days passed, the pain changed shape. It wasn't sharp anymore. It became dull, persistent, the kind of pain that shows up in small moments, when the phone doesn't ring, when the house stays quiet for too long, when you realize the entire day passed without speaking out loud. I kept myself busy. Work, errands, brief conversations. On the outside, everything looked fine. On the inside, everything felt paused. One afternoon, a friend stopped by unexpectedly. She sat with me at the kitchen table. We talked about ordinary things. For a moment, something shifted. I felt seen, less alone. That was my micro-hope.
That night, the quiet pressed harder than usual. The ticking clock, the hum of the refrigerator, the small sounds that exist only when nothing else is speaking. Sounds that remind you time keeps moving, whether you do or not. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, wondering if faith was supposed to feel like this. So empty, so repetitive, so quiet, it almost felt invisible. I thought about stopping, about letting the prayers go, about expecting nothing, about protecting my heart by no longer hoping. It felt easier in that moment to believe in nothing than to keep waiting. But instead, I did something small. I reached for my Bible, not with intention, not with strength, not with clarity. I didn't open it to read deeply or to understand. I opened it randomly and let it rest on my lap. That was my micro-action. I didn't feel comforted. I didn't feel inspired. I didn't feel close to God. I just stayed there, breathing, listening, letting the silence exist without fighting it. After a while, I closed the book and whispered one sentence. I'm still here. I wasn't sure who I was talking to, God or myself, maybe both. The silence didn't change. The house didn't feel warmer. The loneliness didn't disappear. But something settled very quietly inside me. I hadn't run. I hadn't closed the door on faith completely. I went to bed that night without answers, without peace, without relief, but present, breathing inside the silence. And the silence remained.